What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Dave from PNP. Hope you guys are doing well. Don't worry, guys. Rashad is coming. What it boils down to, man, that man decided to go back to class. He out here, class running late. You know what I'm saying? First day. He told me to hold down the fort for the time being. So everybody for the time being, let's get them likes up. I hope you guys had a great weekend, but I want to make a quick announcement. I have some things show up over the weekend. So I'm going to work on getting that stuff squared away for the fantasy spotlights. So I'm going to do 2 on Friday. We're going to have Christian McCaffrey, and then we're going to have there goes Rashad. We're going to have Christian McCaffrey. And
what up?
Both will be done on Friday. What's up, man? Let me change that.
I missed the intro and everything, man. We got to fix it. There we go. We got to fix the situation. Yeah. All right, give me a second. What's good, everybody? I got my Dave. We outside. We outside.
You got your UNC gear on, man.
Yeah, man. Your boys. I had just got out of class, so my apologies for being late. I'm in class. For those that don't know, your boy's enrolled. I'm enrolled at Chapel Hill doing some stuff. So don't be, you know what I mean. My money's going there, so it is what it. Well, not technically.
You gotta wear now. You gotta wear well, somebody's money's going there. You taking the class. It don't matter if it's yours or somebody else's. Somebody's money's going there.
It ain't technically my money, but it's my company's money. But it is what it is.
You sitting in there?
Yeah, man. So, what I missed?
Nah, I just had to let folks know, man. I had things going on over the weekend, so my fantasy spotlight's going to start on Friday. But they're going to get a 2-for-1 on Friday. They're going to get 2 videos on Friday. So that's the plan. We're gonna go over Christian McCaffrey and Leonard Fournette on Friday. Should be good.
Yeah, man.
But man. How was your class, man? It had to be engaging.
It was a lot of technical difficulties, not on my part, but the class. A lot of folks, and we got about 40 people in the class, and we had some pre-work to do, and not everybody's on the same level from a technical standpoint. So it was a little draggy today, but hopefully they have office hours, so people got to get their situations right. It was killing me because I'm a technical dude, so I just want to jump in and tell everybody how to fix shit. But it didn't. I couldn't jump in like that. I'm probably gonna be a TA for the next class though.
So just be glad that the professor's not one of those professors that'll be like, yeah, man, the way you guys are rolling, we're gonna have to drop you out of this class, bro. I had some of them.
No. It's all good. They'll figure it out. But yeah, it was a little we'll get it right next time for the folks that need to get their situation straight.
Yeah, man, my daughter started her internship at my company today, man. So we're gonna see how this rolls.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, man.
So that's funny. It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because my daughter is actually working at our daycare. She's actually on payroll too. So it's just crazy. She's 12 years old on payroll. So yeah, it's hustling, man. It's hustling. She get a little.
That's legal down in North Carolina.
It's legal, yeah. 12 years old, she can get a check. That's strategic. That's strategic tax planning, Dave. That's what we call that. Tax planning, Dave. You got to get your situation right for the taxes, bro.
Let me tell you something, man. Nah, they just rob me every year. They just rob me every single year.
Yeah, man.
Every year, man. I just get robbed. Devonna was because she just went through an internship that was all virtual, but this was an in-person gig. So she's coming to me to work every day.
Yo, that's crazy. That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, man. And she's the youngest. She's the only sophomore that got selected, which is pretty dope. Most of everybody else are juniors and seniors. But nah, she enjoyed the first day, so that was pretty dope. So it's gonna be a good 3 weeks for her.
That's fire, man. All right, Dave, you want to get into some of this stuff because we got a little bit
lot, man.
Yes, it's a lot to talk about. So we got Dave. We did not get a chance to give our opinions on the black on black, the black helmet, the black. Dave, what's your thoughts on that? Since we didn't give a chance to, they released the helmet on Tuesday, which is the day after our show, so we didn't get a chance to partake in the black on black festivities. But what's your thoughts, Dave?
My opinion on the black on black, I'm going to make it official, ladies and gentlemen. The record when the black helmet is on currently is now 0
Facts.
and 0.
Facts.
I don't want to hear about the past. I don't want to hear about none of that. No, because none of them times we had a black helmet. It has changed. It has factored in. We are in a different era. We are
I'm with you.
now sitting black on black. Now, if we start losing, then we'll have that discussion, and then we'll start it at 0-1. But I don't anticipate we're going to lose in the all black with the helmets, because even some of the previous teams thought we should have got the helmet. And I guess the first game is against Atlanta, if I remember correctly. They're going to utilize it. Right?
Yeah, I think that's dope. But if they do the black, because you got to be careful with this black on black though, because you can't wear this in September when it's 100 and some degrees out there on the field. So you got to be careful with this. You got to utilize it in certain situations. I'm assuming that's why it took so long for the Panthers to get the black helmet, because it's got to be like a night game. It's got to be like a Monday night. That you got to be careful with this, because it could be real dangerous wearing all black in the heat of the Carolina. So you just got to be careful with it. You can't wear it every week. I seen some people saying, "Yo, you got to wear this every week," and nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. But it is fire. It is fire. I love the one question I got, and maybe I understand that. Maybe I know the answer to this. But why couldn't we get the Panthers' teeth and eyes white? That threw me off with everything being blue. I get what they're trying to do. They didn't want any white on there, so the all black. I get it. But if there's white on the jerseys, why can't there be white on the Panthers' teeth and the eye? That throws me off a little bit. But
it got to be white on the whiskers. It's got to be white on the whiskers.
The whiskers too. Yeah, the whiskers.
The teeth.
Yeah, the whiskers are blue.
The eyes. No, the whiskers are blue. So we're good.
The whiskers are blue.
So now, I mean, I get that. I get that.
That shit threw me off a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I get why they kind of get why they did, but listen, man,
I'm happy that they finally did it, because this was long overdue, bro. Like this was long overdue. Long overdue.
Yeah, man.
You know and they could wear this helmet with a blue jersey with black. Like they can make this work in different combinations,
bro. I think that's gonna be the most fire combination. Black pants, blue jersey, blue shirt, black helmet, bro. Yep. That blue that's gonna be fire.
If Madden 23 has
if
Madden 23 has that combination,
you know they're gonna have it, Dave. You might buy it. Is you gonna buy it? Are you gonna buy the game?
Nah, man, I got Xbox Game Pass, but I'll play it. How about that?
Okay,
I ain't buying it. No. I'll play it.
So Dave, I'm also envisioning
log in when it comes out and check it.
Dave, I'm also envisioning another fire combination, right? In my head, black pants, white jersey, black helmet. That's fire too, bro. That's fire, bro.
It ain't as good with the blue though.
That's fire.
The thing that makes blue dope is the fact that the Panthers' eyes and the teeth are blue. That's what makes the blue dope. That's what makes the blue dope.
I wonder how they're gonna do it. I mean, I wonder if this is gonna be a one-time thing. We just talked about the heat element. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they
play this. You can roll with this in November and December, bro. It's fine.
Right, I agree. Yeah. We'll see how they do it. We'll see how they do it. But I'm definitely gonna cop one. I'm probably gonna get one down at training camp, probably on Wednesday. If they got them for sale, I'm definitely gonna cop one. I don't know if I'm gonna get it signed, because it got to be I got to get like Christian or something to sign it, or maybe a DJ Moore or something like that. It got to be somebody legit. I can't get no scrub signing the black on black. So we'll see. But I'm gonna cop one when we get down there training camp for sure. All right, that's the black on black. Any more thoughts on the black on black?
Yo, I was so happy when I saw these.
Fire.
At first, I thought it was fake. But then I saw the Panthers post. I was like, "Oh, it's real."
Yeah, the rollout was dope too with the smoke, and they nailed it. They nailed it. So again, this is for all you folks that say we never give props for the Panthers when they do something right. They got this right. It's long overdue. And shout out to whoever made the call, whether it's Tepper or whoever said we need to get this joint, because it's fire. And we all asked the question, right? Because the Falcons, hold on, Dave. The Falcons got their red helmets. The Saints put out another one, and we all sitting back like, yo, what's the Panthers joint? And then we finally put it out. Go ahead, Dave. My fault.
So my thing is that Tepper's on this team, so I mean he really hasn't threw his full-fledged flavor on the jerseys yet. So this is and the outfit. So this is dope.
Call me old-fashioned, or I might be like in the minority here, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with our jerseys, yo. I think
there's nothing. But my point
fire,
is,
bro.
No. But my point is that we got a new owner the main thing that he could have been changed was the helmet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that they finally did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thrilled that they finally changed the helmet.
Yeah, I just think that
because we've been talking about black helmets. We've been talking about black helmets forever. Like this ain't just pop up. We've been talking about it for a minute.
But I think when you start to do this, you start to tweak stuff. People start to clamor for new jerseys and stuff like that too. And I think you can do more. All the mocks, the renders I've seen for the new jerseys have been nothing has topped what we already had, in my opinion. I have not seen anything that tops what we had, and I think you can do more damage than good. Case in point, the Browns they tweaked theirs. It was trash. They ended up going back. The Bucks tweaked theirs 3 or 4 times. Theirs was trash. They ended up kind of going back to their normal stuff. So I think you can do more damage than good when it comes to these jerseys. But I like I'm a fan of our jerseys, bro. I like the way they are. That's just me. I like keep it the way they are. Keep tweaking like little stuff, but don't do it. There's no need for a major overhaul. But Dave, too much time spent on the jerseys. I think it's dope. It's fire. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's it.
Cool. All right, Matt Corral, he signed his deal. I'm sure it's what every rookie deals with, the offset language. I don't know what the hell offset language is. I looked it up one time, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But there's really not much you can negotiate within a rookie deal but the offset language. And so I'm sure that's what it was. He had to sign before he went to camp. It's done. It is what it is. Dave, any thoughts on Matt Corral and his signing?
Well, he's going to be the third string quarterback for a little while, so he's going to get opportunity to sit around and chill out. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's good that he signed because there's a possibility that he might be the quarterback next season. So, all right, it's good that he did sign his deal.
Yeah, so I just looked it up. Offset language relates to what happens to a player's salary if he's cut during the first 4 years of his career while he's still playing on his rookie deal. So I could see why, given the recent the recent comings, the recent news and the recent comings and goings of the Carolina Panthers, I could see why that took a little bit longer than what it should. Matt Corral, handle your business. Whatever you got, I hope you got the most guarantee you could in the first 4 years. So I get it. Shout out to Matt Corral.
I'm shocked that he didn't get a homework clause.
What the hell is that?
You didn't hear about the homework clause that Kyler Murray got?
Nah. What's that?
So Kyler Murray got an extension for like $260 million. Huh?
Saw that.
I saw the extension. So there's a clause in the contract that requires him to do like 4 hours of independent study.
Bro, all right. I didn't see that, but I'm not about to pay this man. I'm all right.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Nah.
I knew you. This is where I knew you. I was going to slide this in right here because I knew we were going to talk about the Corral signing. Let me tell you something.
Hell no.
Let me tell you something. I'm
not doing that.
If you're going to be out here paying this man all this damn money and you can't even trust that man to do his own damn research, do his own work, you got to put it in the contract?
Nah, dog.
Damn, you should have let that man walk. But you can't. But you can't. You can't. You can't.
That's unsat. You signed yourself up for failure, dog.
Dog, that man got the Jamarcus Russell clause, bro. That man said that man got the Jamarcus Russell clause.
Bro, that's wild.
And they paid him all that money.
Bro, well, he's like the what? What is he? The high? What rank does he?
He's the highest paid. He's the highest paid. Not the most guaranteed, though.
I thought Rodgers, or I mean not Rodgers, but no, I thought Rodgers was the highest paid quarterback.
Not more than Deshaun.
Yep, on a might be talking about per year.
Maybe per year, maybe. Bro.
He's second. Kyler's second behind Aaron Rodgers on a per year, I think. I'm pulling it up now.
He passed Watson. Watson was 230.
He passed
Watson got more guaranteed money because Watson's contract was fully guaranteed.
Correct.
Kyler's is not.
Yeah, fully. Yeah, guaranteed. Deshaun got the most guaranteed, right? So you're right. Average on a per year base, which really that's what really matters. To be honest with you, the guarantee when we talk about the contracts, that's what really matters. Nothing else really matters. Yeah. On a per year, Aaron Rodgers is getting 50, Kyler's getting 46, Deshaun gets 40. He beat Deshaun by $100,000 on an average year basis. and then Patrick Mahomes is 4. You remember when Patrick Mahomes contract was crazy? Now it's not even.
$500 million deal or $450, whatever you got.
Yeah,
fam,
$500
dude,
million.
They put a independent study clause in that man's contract, bro.
Yo, that's wild, man. That's wild. I can't believe I didn't see that.
It was like specific to the point of you got to be doing this studying without doing other things like eating, watching TV, playing video games. Fam, like his agent should be fired for letting that go in. Fired, bro.
That's
fired.
Wild. That's
fired.
Wild.
Like off the paint.
That's crazy to me, bro. Anyway, let's move on. Corral has signed. Shout out to him for getting his offset language, because the way the Panthers are with these quarterbacks, he better get all the money he can out of the Carolina Panthers, because they quick to move on if you ain't performing. So we'll see what happens with Matt Corral. Dave, moving on. Danny Shelton, Dave. He visited the Carolina Panthers. We don't know where he stands. We brought in Carlos Dunlap, and now we brought in another defensive lineman.
Reports are out that he's not going to resign. He's not going to sign with us. Dunlap.
Danny Shelton or Dunlap?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So Dunlap. Dunlap pretty much said, he tweeted that I'm available, but it is what it is. But so apparently Dunlap, we brought him in. It's not going to happen. But we brought in Danny Shelton today, Dave. And so this is, you look at his grades on the screen. Y'all know I like to go to PFF and kind of see where he was, how he's been doing. And he ranked he had a 45 grade. This is last year. The big grades at the top, that was his grades last year. That's when he was with the Giants. Not so good, right? But I want to point something out. 6'2", 345 pounds. You want to talk about some beef, dog? Pause. Like, I think this is another situation where the Carolina Panthers and Matt Rule are like, get me the numbers, right? Get me the 6 foot, get me the Madden guys, the guys that you would build Madden, get the guys with the attributes. I'm going to coach it out of him. And I looked it up, Dave, he's only 28 years old. So he's still got he's like in his prime, right? Like, yeah, he's still in his prime years. He was a former first round pick for the Cleveland Browns. If you go to his second year in 2016, you see he had his highest grade in 2016, and then had some of his best years when he got to New England. So the last couple years ain't been so good, Detroit and the Giants, but that speaks to the teams he's been on, right? Those teams haven't been very good either, so that could kind of contribute.
So Rashad, yeah. So Rashad, so what was our record last year?
5 wins.
5-12, right?
Correct.
Would you consider that good?
No, it's not good. But we're the right direction, Dave. Trust the process.
I say that to say, if we're saying the reason why his last 2 years was on a decline was because the team wasn't good, he's about to walk.
No. I'm not attributing everything to it, but I'm just saying, if you look at the years, well, Cleveland wasn't that great either, but
Cleveland wasn't that good.
All I'm saying is that I think one of those years, I think that 2016 was it 2016?
Yeah. Because he bought for New England.
Yeah, in New England he was good, and that's what I'm saying. So that's where he was at least consistent in New England, right? And that's kind of what we are looking for: good coaching. Not to say that we had that yet. We don't know. Phil Snow we'll figure it out. We got Wilkes. Things could be improving on defensive side of the football, but this is another one of those things. It kind of fits in the same box in that we got my man from the Rams last year. I forgot his daggone name. We interviewed him.
Corbett.
Last year, and we interviewed the cat, bro. My bad.
Oh.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. But we picked.
But by the way, Dunlap, everybody in the chat's telling me that report was false, but that's what I get for trusting Will Kunkel again. That report was false. Fox. Morgan Fox.
Fox. So that goes to say that we getting these guys. We think we can get something out of them, and we're gonna try to coach it out of them, right? So this is another one. So I think Ionitis is the same thing. These guys that have potential, but the Panthers think they can coach it out of him. It didn't work out with Morgan Fox. It hasn't worked out with a lot of guys. I think it hasn't worked out more than it has worked out, to be honest with you. But I think he kind of fits in that realm, right? He's unsigned right now. His weight could be an issue. 345. So that's, he's got to deal with that. We'll see. But
Dunlap is still in the running, so we still might have a chance to sign him. So
we can sign them both. And I think we do need some help. Again, I don't think Ioannidis is the end all be all. I think he flashed in rotation, same way Morgan Fox did. Morgan Fox was a beast with the Rams in rotation. But when the lights are bright, same thing with Louvu. This is what gets me nervous. That when the lights are bright and you have to play every down, it's different. Is when you expect it to be the man, it's different. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Any more comments on Danny Shelton Day?
Nah, man. I mean, whatever help that we can get. The fact that they're looking at these folks tell me that they need some assistance, they need some help. So I'm open to them getting more talent. I
will say with this gives us a true nose tackle, 345 pounds. This will allow Derek Brown to really be a pass rushing specialist on the interior. I think that's what we need. I still think even with Ioannidis, to me, Ioannidis and Derek Brown are essentially one and the same. They're the same type of tackle. To me, they're three techs. So I don't know. It's kind of a duplicate skill set. With Danny Shelton, he's actually a real nose tackle. So when you put him beside a guy like Derek Brown, when you put him beside a guy like Derek Brown, he could. That's just me thinking out loud. We'll see what happens.
I mean, we'll probably play more 3-4.
No, even in the 4-3, you still need somebody with some meat. Pause. So we'll see, bro. We'll see what happens with it. We'll see. All right. Follow us on the socials at Panther Nation PC, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Y'all know where to find us. TikTok, all that good stuff. You want to become a Patreon member? Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Lots of good stuff happening there. Shout out to all of our Patreon members. We appreciate all your support, especially the franchise players, the free agents, and the MVPs. If you can recall, we are giving away tickets. Dave is going to the Saints game, so that one's off the table. So we have about 6 more games to give away, I want to say. My parents are going to one. We gave away one earlier. Yes, we got about 6 more games to give away. So we'll continue to give those away during the offseason. So stay tuned. You only are eligible to sit next to me in this PSL if you are a MVP member. You have to be an MVP level member, which is a $25 contribution. You can get your ticket, and that's you. I mean, you quadrupling your investment at that point, because it's a silver club, Dave. This is club seats, right? This is the seats are wider, Dave. You got a good view, right? This is some uppity shit, Dave, where you could sit in the club seats, Dave. So this, you could like quadruple. Do you know how much these tickets cost, B? Like your $25 investment is crazy. Like, so again, it's not guaranteed that you will win one, but we got 6 more to give away. So hang tight, and MVPs, you have your chance. All right, Dave, hit us with some Underdog Fantasy real quick.
Let me tell you something about Underdog Fantasy, man. Like, NFL season is among us. Best ball is among us. And Underdog Fantasy is the place to go if you want to do Best Ball Mania. It's almost full. They're doing the 3rd one right now. Always remember, man, ABD, always be drafting. Head over there and get some best ball going, and maybe you can win some cash prizes, which is really dope because there's a lot of great competition when it comes to that. And if you're not like a big fantasy football player like that, best ball is pretty simple. Like you, because you're retired. You should do it too, man, because you ain't got to do no work. Retired. All you got to do is draft your team, Rashad. You draft your team. They make sure the guys with the highest points get you the credit. You draft your quarterbacks, your running backs, your wide receivers, and your tight end, and they take care of the rest. And there's only skill position players. You ain't got to worry about no defense. You ain't got to worry about no kicker. You just draft your best squad for skill position and then go from there. So if you haven't been involved in Underdog Fantasy, they're still matching your deposit up to it a certain amount. So go to underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up, use the code PNP, and then you can go ahead and help out the channel. And if you're not into fantasy football, that's okay. They do over-unders for baseball. They do over-unders for UFC. If you think Amanda Nunes is going to get like 30 strikes or whatever the number is going to be, you can do an over-under. If you think the fight's going to last a certain amount of rounds, there'll probably be an over-under for it. There's going to be a big main event this Saturday on the UFC. There's a great way to make some money. There ain't too many places where you can 20 times your money. You put down $20 and you take home $400. There ain't too many places where you can do that if you can get 5 right on the over-under. All right? That's my opinion. I would do 3. They do WNBA as well. They got it down, man. They got it locked down. You know what I'm saying? So check them out. Underdog Fantasy, guys. UnderdogFantasy.com. Use the code PNP.
Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Great partner. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this training camp. All right. Now, I'm not going to be out there every day, partially because I'm going on a vacation with the wife. I don't get to hang out with my wife solo dolo very often. So we have a vacation schedule this coming up weekend. So I will not be at the Back Together joint. I won't be there Friday, and I won't be there on Monday. So those are some days I'm going to miss, okay? However, these are the days I will be out there. And so what I don't want is I don't want a million people asking me, Shy, when you streaming? When you streaming? Here's your answer, bro. This is when I'm going to be out there. Unless some things change, this is when I plan to be out there. So Wednesday and Thursday this week, I will be out there. I will not be out there Friday, will not be out there Saturday, and will not be out there on Monday or Tuesday because I'm coming back on Tuesday. I'll be back out there on Wednesday and Thursday, right? And then I won't be out there. I don't know what days those are, but I won't be out those 2 days in August either. And then I'll be out there for the rest of the day. So I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days that I will be streaming out there live. Okay. The other days I will not be out there. So please, y'all got to help me out with this because I'm going to get a million people asking me, are you streaming? Are you streaming? I can't do every day. It's not possible. So I'm trying to tell y'all when I'm going to be out there, and I need y'all to help spread the word of when I'm going to be out there live streaming. Maybe because this always happens. This is no shot at anybody. Okay. This is just me talking in generalities. Okay. Maybe somebody else is going to be out there live streaming. Typically what happens is when we do something, somebody else tends to do it next. Okay. And that's when I divulge and go somewhere and do other things. So I'm just saying that maybe somebody else will be out there live streaming as well. Okay. So I suggest
who's going to be out there. You know who's going to be out there live streaming as well?
Who's out there?
The Panthers. They're definitely going to do the 30th.
Yeah, they'll probably they won't do everything though. They'll only do certain. They won't do what I did, and I won't be surprised if somebody tells me, "Hey, you can't live stream the practices," and I'm gonna be like, "Where? Why not?" Because I was, guys, it was lit last week.
Let me go clear out the air, man. I ain't coming down there, man. My daughter got the job in my company. I gotta take her, so I won't be able to go. I am trying to figure out this joint practice thing going on with the Patriots, though. I'm trying to figure that out. So I'll let you guys know once I start doing the research on the Patriots joint practices, because Foxborough ain't too far from my house. So if I can try to catch 1 or 2, we're gonna see. But that'll be the week after training camp ends. So we'll see.
So that being said, again, I need y'all to help me fend off all the people asking me, when you gonna stream? When you gonna stream? These are the dates I'm going to be out there. And so I look forward to, providing that streaming service to you all. And I will be doing extra duty for the Patreon members as well. And I may do some highlight. The days that I don't go out there, I'll probably do some highlight videos for y'all to kind of summarize everything. I think I did that last year. I'll continue to do that for the days that I don't go out there. All right. So again, these are the days. Okay. These are the days. And if you see me out there, holla at me. Holla at me, man. I'll be sitting right there in the middle. You can't miss me. I have my little streaming set up. You can't miss me. Holla at me. Say what's up. Just be cool about it. Don't run up on me, man, because you might get I don't know. Just say what's up. Be cool about it, and it should be good to go. All right. We'll take some pictures and all that. So it's cool. I'm always down to take a picture or two. All right. Let's move on, Dave. Let's move on. Let's talk about these training camp battles. Dave, this is your favorite battle right here. This is your favorite battle, dog.
Shout out the 4-man rush. You know who they think is gonna win this battle, bro? They think Fletcher's gonna get him. They think Fletcher's gonna win the battle, man. I don't.
Highly doubt it.
I think Fletcher's gonna go on IR again somehow, some way. We're gonna find a way to get him to IR someday. Shout out to Hove.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dave, so who you really think that Fletcher's gonna? I mean, come on, man. Is this what we doing?
They can't cut him. That rant will be vicious. They can't cut him. They cannot cut him. They can't cut him.
They just gonna put him back on IR again, bro. This is the greatest long snapper of all time, bro.
They can't cut him. They can't cut him. And I'll tell you what, man, long snappers are disrespectful. I think they got a rating in the 30s on Madden when I checked.
Yeah, I saw that too. 33, bro.
37 or something like that.
They ain't see JJ Jansen's 40 out there, bro. You look.
They ain't see his linebacker skills. They ain't see his linebacker skills, man.
They hate. So Dave, you got JJ, bro?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I'm rolling with JJ too. This was a joke.
If they cut Fletcher, oh God, they can't cut. They're
not gonna cut him, man. They're gonna put him on IR like they did last year. They're gonna find a way to get him stashed. He's the second coming, bro. That's why they drafted him in the 6th over Trey Smith, because he's the second coming of JJ. Come on, Dave. It wouldn't be worth it. Wouldn't be worth the pick at that point. Come on, man. God, man. Shout to Thomas Fletcher.
Real talk. They're about to cut this dude, man. They're gonna cut this man. They're gonna cut him. I think they're gonna cut
Thomas Fletcher, man. Shout out to Thomas Fletcher. But JJ got this one in the bag. Let's move on. Left guard, Dave. This is where I think it could get interesting. Now, y'all know I'm high on Deonte Brown. But I don't know if there's been a lot said about Michael Jordan, about how he's having a great off season and he's looking good. And I think if the season were to start today, I believe it was said that he'd be the guy at left guard. Christensen can also play left guard. Not as good as a left guard as he is a tackle. We know that, because I know y'all gonna say it. I agree with you. He's a better left tackle than he is guard. But there's also so much buzz around Christensen as well. There's been I've seen 3 articles on Brady Christensen this offseason about how he's getting better, and I don't know what's gonna happen with him. I don't know whether he's gonna play left guard or whether he's gonna play tackle, a swing tackle. I don't know. But I think that, Dave, I think Deonte Brown might be up out of here, bro. And I told you that
when we went through the whole roster breakdown before we traded for Baker. Listen, man. The problem is he's going to run out of space. And I think Michael Jordan has a distinct advantage because he's nasty. And I think that nastiness will give him a pretty damn good shot. I don't think Brady Christensen ain't got that type of nastiness. And that might do him in. And then if that does do him in, we're going to have a different discussion, bro.
It really depends on how they want to execute the run game, right? If it's a downhill run game, they're going to run the ball 40 times a game, and they're going to really give it to Deonte Foreman, or give it to Chuba and give it. Yeah, they're going to give it to all those guys, and we're going to run the ball 40 times a game. Michael Jordan might be the better option. But if you're going to drop back and pass it a lot, I think Christian's a better pass blocking guard than, and I don't have the numbers in front of me to this is just me talking. I think Christian's a better pass blocking guard than Jordan is. And so we have to find the guy that's best, that's balanced, right? Because you become predictable. We know they're gonna run it because Michael Jordan's in the game. Oh, they start swapping out personnel to so you can't become predictable. And you got to make sure people are put in the right position to succeed. So we got to find a balanced guy. To be truthful, if Icky goes out there, dominates the left tackle, you got Bozeman at center, you got Corbett at right guard, and you got Moulton at right tackle. Guard is the only question mark, bro. Yeah. Shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to the 4-man rush. He said they cut time. Yeah, man. We all wanted Trey Smith, bro. We was with you. We were right there with you. We could pull up the streams from when drafted the cat.
I think what's gonna happen if they cut Thomas Fletcher, somebody's gonna have to splice up every rant that all the Panthers YouTubers make about this shit.
For sure.
I'm probably gonna have one. You're probably gonna have one.
I'm definitely
the No Limit Soldier Camp of the 4-man rush is probably gonna have one. Pat's gonna have one. C3's gonna have one. Big Cat's gonna have one. Nine Lives is gonna have one. Everybody is going to have one if they cut this man. They better figure out a way to get that brother on IR. But back to this discussion at hand. I agree with you with the concept of Brady Christensen being more of a pass blocking guard, better pass blocking guard than Michael Jordan. But I believe that they want to run the ball constantly.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
And if that's the case, Jordan's got the edge. He has the edge. I mean, that's just the reality of the fact. But then, once again, it goes back to the discussion about Brady Christensen. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it, bro. We drafted Cade Mays. This dude obviously ain't going to have a spot on the starting lineup. If Cade Mays makes some level of strides, we'll be questioning about that pick of Brady Christensen in about a year. This is my opinion on the matter.
I think, again, let's just say this. I think somebody said this in the chat. This is a good problem to have. When have we had this kind of problem from the offensive line standpoint? Well, this is a good problem to have. We're talking about talent, and so I want to address this question right here too. Shout out to Ty. He says, "Is there any way that Christensen takes left tackle and Icky goes to left guard?" I think there's about a 25% chance that happens. It's slim, but I think it could happen. I don't think it will happen though. I think it could happen.
If it does happen, Rue ain't learned shit. Simple as that.
What you mean?
Because if you make the decision to put Icky at guard instead of left tackle, then you ain't learned. He still doesn't want to play his young guys at certain positions. Like, you drafted Icky to be the starting left tackle, so he should be playing left tackle. So,
yeah, man. So but I think, but I kind of disagree with that because it's about putting people in the right places to succeed, right? So I think that if you deem, and I don't see this happening. We're talking hypothetical here. If you see that Christensen is a better left tackle than Icky is, you got to make a business decision. I think Icky can play guard. I think Icky. So Dave, I think if Christensen was to outplay Icky at left tackle, Icky, I think, could outplay Christensen at guard. If you were to get both of those guys on the field at the same time, I think the bet to put them in the best position to succeed, you got to swap them. But that's where we've seen Icky play guard in college. We know Christensen's a better tackle than he is guard. So I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just saying it most certainly. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's something to watch. Like I think Slim said it earlier in the chat, you got to watch the preseason games. You got to watch the practices to see what they're doing in training. Let me just say this because I know what's going to happen. I know what you guys are going to say when it happens. You are going to see these guys play every position at training camp. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't panic if you see Icky playing guard. Please, everybody, relax. If you see Brady Christensen playing left tackle, relax. If you see Brady Christensen taking snaps with the ones at tackle, relax. If you see Icky playing guard with the ones, relax, okay? Everybody just relax. Because it's going to happen. They're going to put everybody everywhere. They did it last year too. So just relax. No need to overthink it. Just relax. Just relax. Okay? Are we clear?
All minds
Yes.
clear.
All right.
What's
So
the
watch the
next
preseason
battle?
games. My bad. Next battle. I think DB Depth. I'm glad JD is in here. Because this is one he posted his predictions. And this is one I think it got me to thinking. Because if you look at our roster, Miles Hartsfield is listed as a DB. He's the only one. Everybody else is either a cornerback or a safety. And so to me, that really when you get down to the nitty-gritty and you think about one of those guys, right? You think about the guys on the bubble at the back end of the cornerback room or the back end of the safety room. Miles Hartsfield is going to snatch one of them roles. I think Miles Hartsfield is a guy that I think he's going to make the roster. But I think JD didn't have him on his predictions. And I said he's going to make the roster. And I think when you look at because I like the guys he said. I think Westery's going to make the roster too. But I think it's going to be a guy like Justin Burris that will get, or it's going to be another one of the safeties, Sean Chandler or whatever. One of those guys is going to get missing because of a guy like Miles Hartsfield. Miles Hartsfield is very underrated. I think he can ball, and I think he's going to make the roster, and he's got the Rule Connect. Y'all know how Rule is. You remember when we talked to him, and this is I'm gonna be transparent, fully transparent. I got slight bias here. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm gonna be honest. It's some bias here because we interviewed the cat, and I like him, so I got some bias. So I think, but his play is also spoken. His play spoke for himself too. It's not like we just saying it just to say it. He plays well. Same thing with BZ. I like BZ too, but he plays well. So the bias meshes, okay? And just because we interview a cat don't mean we rock with everybody. They gotta play well too. Morgan Fox, we interview him. We never hyped him up.
Nephewism is hilarious.
So I'm just saying, I got a slight bias with Miles, but I think he's gonna make the roster. He plays nickel. He plays safety. He can play everywhere in the backfield. So I think he's just gonna find a role, and I think he's gonna snatch a role from a guy like maybe Justin Burris or another person that is on the fringe, right? So we could go through the exercise day. I think we did it already, but we can do it again for shits.
Yeah.
For
things have changed. Things have absolutely changed since the last time we did it. And for those who are watching, we appreciate you watching, but I need them likes to get popping, man. Y'all got to hit them likes. We got 367 folks watching right now. We got to get them likes going, man. Got to get them likes popping.
So let's pull up. We need the algorithm to pop. So real quick, let's go through them real quick. So we got some locks here. We got JC's a lock. Dante's a lock. I would say Keith Taylor's a lock. CJ Henderson's a lock. CJ Henderson a lock. So that's 4 guys that are locks, right? And then you get to guys like, those are corners. But then, so those are 4 locks. Then you get to guys like Chris Westry, who I think he's gonna. They like his size, 6'4", 210, and he's fast. I think they're gonna find a role for him. So I think he's gonna make the team personally. So that's 5 cornerbacks right there. So that leaves guys like STO, Rashawn Melvin, even Kaylon Barnes. I think he's fast, but do you just keep a guy because he's fast? Because I believe JD. I believe JD on his joint, he kept Kaylon Barnes.
But we drafted him.
We did draft him, but drafted him in 7th round. That don't mean shit. It's a 7th round draft pick.
When did we last time we cut a draft pick that late in the first year? What rule?
Shit, we cut Kenny Robinson, and he was drafted in the 5th round.
Okay. But he came back.
He came back, but he got cut.
Came back.
Phil Hoskins went to the practice squad.
Yeah,
That don't mean nothing.
But Hoskins didn't Hoskins make the roster last year though? He never the
made it last
later.
year.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if he made the initial. I don't know if he made the initial roster.
I gotta double check.
I don't think he made the initial roster. But anyway, like I said, just because you were drafted 7th round doesn't mean you're a lock. He got to play, and I think if he finds it on special teams, fine, cool, he makes it. But I think those guys like that is exactly what I'm talking about. Fringe guys that you maybe those are guys that are going to get cut for Miles Hartsfield. That's my point. That's my point. And then going to the safeties. Let's just go to the safeties real quick, just for some more giggles. We know that Jeremy Chin's a lock. Really, Xavier Woods is a lock. Then you got Kenny Robinson, Sam Franklin, and Sean Chandler. I believe we kept 4 and Justin Burrs. We kept 4. To me, when you get to guys like, I think Kenny Robinson, I think they like Kenny Robinson. So I'm going to put him in with the locks. So that's 3 locks. And then you got Sam Franklin, Sean Chandler, Justin Burrs.
And Hartsfield. We didn't even mention Hartsfield.
But he's a DB though. That's what I'm saying. He could take either one of those guys. He could take them out. I think he's gonna find a spot on this roster. So somebody's gonna be a casualty. I will say that the secondary is deep. Well, the corners specifically. The safety's not so much. The corners are safe. The corners are deep.
This secondary hasn't I gotta remember the last time we had a good secondary as good as this one. It's been a minute. When you sit down and think about it, it's been a minute. When you talk about having 2 really good corners and a decent safety.
Two corners? It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute, bro.
2 good cornerbacks. Yeah, you got to go back to what? Early 2000s?
Maybe when we had Gamble and Lucas. That might have been the last time. It's been a minute, bro.
Maybe ever, dare I say? 2?
Because even in the 90s, we had Eric Davis.
Okay, 2015 is fair if you want to say Tillman and Norman. That's fair.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. 2015 is fair. That's fair.
Gamble and Lucas probably, the true is probably Gamble and Lucas, though. Gamble and Lucas. It's probably the year. I don't think Chris Gamble gets enough credit how good of a corner he was.
But I think the potential of these new cornerbacks we got, I think they have the potential to beat it.
Oh, JD. Man. JD, appreciate it, boss.
All right, JD, do you have to drop this much to get your point across? You could have just. I appreciate it, but you could have just.
You could have been an MVP for 2 months. We could have got you.
You could have just.
Got a shot at some
you could have just put it in there. But anyway, here we go. This is what JD says. My issue with Miles is this: his reps are specific spots, and he's not movable. Nickel and free safety. He's not a boundary guy. He's not a box safety. Why keep him over another cornerback who can play nickel or boundary or a combo safety? It's about matchups, which he's right. He's right. He's right. I can't argue with that. But when you get to those fringe, I think he's a better option than guys like Burrs, in my opinion. I would keep Hartsfield over Burrs. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. And again, I got bias. Should have hit the Cash App with that. That's funny. That's funny.
Da-da-da. That's the Superman chat. My camera just overheated. So I'm
gonna be
Dave, Dave.
What's up with your camera, Dave?
Bruh, that's how hot it is up here, bro. My camera's been overheating the past couple of days. It overheated during my show on Friday too.
My bad. Shout out to JD though for that Superman chat. I can't take it. I gotta come up with something else for the super chat. But yeah, that's we appreciate that, JD, for real. All right, let's move on. Edge. Okay, we got the edge battle. All right, y'all know me. I rock with Hassan. I rocked with Hassan. That's why I got him in gray right there, because he got Thanos snapped up out of here, and so we got to find a way to replace it. We got to find a way to replace it, man. And I don't think it's gonna be easily replaced. This is my opinion. Y'all keep saying, "Oh, we got these guys, and they're gonna do it." I don't think you can replace 12 sacks like that. Just my opinion. But I do think somebody's got Dave. You're gonna laugh at this, but Dave, somebody's got to go get the brass ring. Okay, somebody's got to get the brass ring. Okay, shout out to Vince. But somebody,
The retired. We didn't even talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later. But yo, Yetur, we talked about this at length on the show. But Yetur, Marquise Haynes, and even sprinkling some Luvu, somebody's got to go out here and step it up. This is why we're going out here and trying to get a guy like Dunlap. Maybe they're not comfortable with what we have. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm concerned. I'm concerned that this is one of the spots I've been concerned about. And so what are your thoughts on this, Dave?
We got to get Dunlap. As simple as that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to sign Dunlap. There shouldn't be a debate here. We shouldn't be arguing about this. We got to figure out a way to sign Dunlap. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to figure out a way to sign Dunlap. Like I'm like a lot of folks wanted to sign Reddit to walk, but the reality is we shouldn't have wanted a sign Reddit to walk. Like this is bad. Like this ain't a good look. Period. So I've always felt that way when it comes to that. So I'm worried. This is like this. If you want to talk about positions I'm nervous about, this one right here, buddy. If we can't get to the quarterback, our defense isn't going to be good. It's that simple.
Boy, I love it when y'all do this. I love it. I love it when y'all pull up my old quotes. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be saying. This is what we're gonna be saying. And what I'm hoping though, the hope is that the secondary is so good that it balances out, right? It's gonna take some pressure off the edge rushers. Those cornerbacks like J.C. Horn can hold. They can lock their guys down for a little bit longer, giving guys like Yetur and guys like Marquise Haynes the ability and the time to get to the quarterback. And so that's what we hope is that the secondary does their part and they step it up and helps out the defensive line, because Burns ain't going to be doing it himself, because if these dudes don't step up, guess who's going to get doubled on triple team? It's going to be Burns. Then he won't be able to maneuver. All right. He's got to have – that's why those two dudes playing off each other was dope. If Burns was getting double and triple team, Hassan was able to go out and go and get the 10, 12 sacks. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'm concerned. I'm concerned, bro. I'm concerned. This is one place I'm concerned. Frankie Louvu, again, he did it in spots. He did it in spots last year. It's dope. I love the energy, but it's different when you the man. Is he going to come out there and fill that Hassan role directly? We'll see. We'll see. We don't have a shout out to Mango, man. We don't have a Cash App per se, but if you want to hit Dave Cash App, y'all can hit Dave Cash App. Dave, what's your Cash App? Put it on the
hold
on.
I'll change it since y'all can't see my face. I'll change it real quick. Actually, just change the app to $. That's the Cash App.
Yeah, Dave's at sign is Dave's Cash App is $champ D1012. That's his Cash
I know my birthday
right?
now. It's beautiful. There you go. I updated.
There you go. He changed it so that y'all can hit Dave Cash App if y'all want to, do the thing.
If you want to donate to the cause, don't worry.
Yeah,
I will send Rashad half. I promise.
It's all good, man. You keep it, dog. It's all good.
I'm sorry, man. You out here taking USC classes? My bad, man. I apologize.
No, I'm good, man. I'm straight. I'm blessed, man. All right, so here is edge rusher. So I'm concerned. Somebody got to step up. Okay, step it up, and we'll see what happens there. Dave, QB1.
Huh? Why are we doing this?
I'm just
Why
saying,
are we doing this? We know what it is.
It's for the ratings, Dave. You got to talk about Baker Mayfield. You got to say Baker Mayfield name to get in the algorithm. So Baker Mayfield versus Sam Darnold versus Matt Corral versus PJ Walker. Who gonna walk away with it, Dave? Oh, Dave kind of dropped for a second. Hold on. I don't know where Dave went, but Dave will be back in a second. But again, we all fully expect Baker Mayfield to go out there and be QB1. If not, that's gonna be weird. That's gonna be weird if he doesn't. But
yeah,
we can hear you now.
There's no way in hell Baker doesn't win that battle. You know that.
Yeah, we fully expect Baker to take this joint. But if he doesn't, what if he? Let's talk about the timeline where he doesn't. There's got to be an alternate timeline where Sam Darnold beats out Baker Mayfield, right?
Yeah, because at one point I thought that was going to be the case, but then I thought about it a little longer and said, "There's no way in hell." The more I thought about it, the more unfeasible that was. Unfeasible ain't even a damn word, but I didn't think that was a feasible option for him. I just don't think. I think Sam having the multiple opportunities that he's had, he's not going to really. There's no way in hell he's going to win that shit. There's no way. There's no way. Like there's just no way that he's going to win it. I don't see it, at least. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the dilemma that he has when it comes to that. Like I just don't see a situation where he could legitimately win that. So that's just how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm trying to get the camera back on, guys. This is about to be a certifiable mess.
Yeah, man. Here we go. Landis says Baker versus Sam in the last man standing match. Loser leaves town. Yo, that's funny. That's funny. Shout out to all the wrestling fans out here that kind of rock with that. But yeah, that's funny, man. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'm gonna have my full attention, especially on day one, on the quarterbacks, right? So I plan on getting all the reps, recording all the QB reps, just to kind of see where they stand, and see who looks great and who, because we haven't seen Baker in practice yet. Baker is going to go out there. It'll be the first time he publicly, will practice with the entire team. So we'll see what happens. And I'm excited for it. I ordered some Baker jerseys, but it looks like they're not going to be here in time. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens whenever I can get those jerseys. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what Dave is doing. He going in and out. Dave tripping, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying. Don't be trying to judge me, man. I'm trying to get myself back into the game right now. It ain't working out. But nah, man, it's gonna, like, Baker's gonna have to do a certifiable shitting of the bed for him to not win this job, bro.
Well,
like,
is it okay? Is that completely out the realm of possibilities?
Considering he's going up against Sam Darnold, yes, it is. Why, yes. Yes, it is. I don't see a situation where he's gonna mess it up to the point where he's gonna, because his career will be pretty much over if he loses the job, man. So I don't see a scenario where he doesn't win the job. Like, I'm at that point. I'm real close to that point, right? I don't legitimately see a scenario where Baker Mayfield loses the job, loses that opportunity. Because either one, their career is pretty much over. But I think Baker's will really be over if he loses the job, bro. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah. Again, we just talking hypothetically. I do think Baker's going to get the starting role. I think he's going to look the best. He's got his career to kind of play for as well. I think he has a better chance of surviving a quote unquote failure here. Sam Darnold cannot. Sam Darnold cannot take a failure. So he's going to be playing for his career. And maybe he does outplay Baker. We'll see. But there's a lot riding on it for Sam, bro. It's a wrap for him.
Yeah, Rashad, I'm going to step out and step back in. I want to try something.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, Dave's having technical difficulties trying to get his camera back on. He'll be back. But yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. I think that's all the battles I had. Yeah, that was all the battles I had. Did I miss any battles? There's a couple honorable mentions. Another honorable mention battle that I think could be interesting to watch is running back 2, right? Deontay Foreman, Chuba Hubbard. I think it's going to be a rotation. That's why I didn't put it up here, because I think they're going to rotate all of the guys. So I think Christian's going to get his snaps. I think Foreman's going to get his snaps. I think Chuba's going to have a role. So that's why I didn't really put that up there. It's going to be a rotation. So I ain't really concerned about that. I think that the third tight end could be interesting, because if you think about it, whether Reese is going to be kept or not, that could be interesting. we don't typically use fullbacks, and I firmly believe that Trimble will be a better H slash slash fullback. So I don't know that Reese is a better option. So look out for a guy like Stephon Sullivan. If Stephon Sullivan can be that true receiving threat, again, he's a converted wide receiver, went to LSU, played on the national championship team. So keep an eye out, on Stephon Sullivan, who we didn't get to see much from last year. And I think Reese could be expendable, depending on that fullback. I know McAdoo's system doesn't really use a fullback like that. So I don't know. It could be interesting. And if we do use one, I think Trimble could be a better option. Wide receiver 3, I think that one could be, as somebody said, wide receiver 3 could be interesting. I don't know. I think, there's a lot of hype around what Robbie's doing and what he's not doing. But I think Robbie's going to be okay. And I think just keep an eye out on Terrace Marshall. So Terrace Marshall really versus Higgins. I think if Baker becomes the starting quarterback, I think Higgins takes that huge bump up because they've got the chemistry, and that could impact Terrace Marshall a lot. So we'll see what happens with that. But if things go as we expect them to, and Baker's the quarterback, Higgins is going to take a huge bump in production and a role. So we'll see what happens there. I still like Rambo a lot. Rambo's a guy, a sleeper. Keep an eye on him. I think he's going to have a good camp. I saw the linebacker question. Linebackers, man, I don't know. That's another thing to watch at camp on Wednesday is how they line these linebackers up. Who's gonna play where? Who's gonna play Mike? Because we really don't know the answer to that. I know we got Corey Littleton. Corey Littleton did play Mike in the past, but I don't know whether he's gonna play that role or not. I know we got Damian Wilson, but I don't know what his situation looking like with the whole domestic violence. We don't know where that stands. And then we got some young guys that we picked up in undrafted free agency. So we don't know. I don't know where he stands. I don't know where linebackers is gonna be interesting to see how they line up. I don't know if Shaq's gonna move inside. We don't know. We're gonna have to see. What else? Any other? Yeah, y'all right. Y'all right about Shy. Ain't nobody really talking about Shy like that. I think he got to find a role on special teams. He got to step it up. He got to step it up for sure. We'll see. Any other position battles we got to talk about? Any other position battles y'all think it's interesting? Grass or turf? That's funny.
All right. There we go. Much better.
Yeah, we was just talking about position battles, other position battles.
Like what? I mean, is there any other ones other than this one? This is the most important one in the house.
One book club says, "Tell the truth about Shaq in the middle." I don't. What you want me to tell? What you want me to say? What's the truth? I don't think he's not the best middle linebacker, but might not have any other options. Mark Cottage says, shout out to, appreciate the super chats, by the way. He says, can the Panthers target a big trade if they have the cap space, such as Smith from the Bears or Bates from Bengals, and coaches you like to see if Rule is out? Good questions. Interesting questions. So I don't think we're going to target any big trades. I think you're talking about Roquan Smith. I don't see that happening. Bates is interesting. I think that would be a very interesting tandem with him and Jeremy Chin. I like that. I don't know if it's going to happen. I like Bates. I like Bates coming out of college. I remember when he was at Wake. We liked him a lot over here at PNP. So I don't know that. Is he still waiting to get paid? Did he get paid? I know he's waiting to get paid. I need to get tagged or something.
I thought Bates got paid, but I could be wrong there.
He might have got paid. I don't remember if he got paid or not. He got a 1 year, $12 million contract. Yeah, 1 year, $12 million. I think yeah. So yeah, I guess he may or may not show up to camp because he wants a long-term deal. I don't know. So I don't expect any big trades. Just to answer the question. Yes, we got cap space, but we also need the cap space for next year. We are $30 million over the cap.
Yeah, we're a lot of money. We're a couple $1 million over the cap. So yeah.
Nah, we more than a couple. It's like 30 million. So we need to roll that over to next year.
30 what? With 30 million over?
Yeah, I posted that like weeks ago. We went over that. Dave, you don't even be paying attention to your own show.
I don't. Nah, I do.
We did that we went over that like
it was a it was a lot. I knew it was either 20 or 30. I knew it was a lot.
30. It's $30 million over the cap. Saints are 60 million over next year. Bucks are 50 million over next year. Panthers are 30 million over next year. So
sounds like they need to increase the. It sounds like they need to increase the cap. That sounds like to me.
No, that simulates the cap increase too. So that takes that includes that. So yeah, we're no, it's not. We'll be all right. Just to answer this second part of this question, who do you like if Matt Rule was out, Dave?
God, man, dude, I don't know. I don't see the enemy coming here. God, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like at one point I had an idea.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna be here. I mean, it's who's gonna be available. I'd like to see some position coaches, some position coaches that take that next step.
Flores? I'll be open to Flores.
I don't know about that, Dave. I don't see that happening.
I'll be open to Flores.
He said Sean Payton. He going to the Cowboys.
Yeah, man. I mean, but we ain't Dallas. I mean, I think he's waiting for Dallas. I think if Jerry Jones is dumb enough to not fire McCarthy if they fail again this season, then I could see it happening. I could see Sean Payton deciding to come coach for us because I know Tepper will back up the truck. I'm cool with Leftwich. I mean, but I don't think Leftwich is gonna go if the Bucks are still successful. Like I think the combination with him and Bowles should be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I think Leftwich is something to watch. I don't know if we could say Bieniemy a million times.
I think that ship sailed, bro, which is a shame.
Yeah,
I think that ship has sailed on Bieniemy, which is kind of wild to think.
It is kind of sad.
Nah, but just because Dallas fails doesn't mean that Jerry's gonna fire McCarthy. You know, Jason Garrett stayed there for a long time, man. Would you be interested in a Marvin Lewis?
Not. I don't know, man. I think there would be better options.
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
So we'll see. It'll be interesting, man, because there'll be some hot shot coordinators that's gonna be in the line. I mean, everybody's talking about Wilkes. I mean, I would be okay with
that. Would be interesting. I would be okay with that too, but I would be okay with it. Me personally, though, I prefer offensive coach.
But I think it's more than that, bro. Like, I think it's would make a decision of letting Rule go, and like we're talking so far ahead because Rule could actually have a good season this year. But if they made a decision to let Rule go and then decide to stay with somebody within the coaching staff, I don't know how the Panthers fan base would take that, even if it is Steve Wilkes. You know what I'm saying? I think they would probably be. I would think the base would want to just clean everything, even the folks that just showed up.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on that. But
yeah, man. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, if Luke wants to be a head coach, absolutely bring him in. And Mike Minner, all due respect to Mike Minner, shout out to the Campbell the Campbell Camels. But here's the thing about Mike Minter, man. He ain't really done much as a college football coach so far.
Don't do that, Dave. I'm about to snitch. I'm about to hit him up.
You could go
I'm
ahead.
About to hit him up until
I want to interview him before G-Ho, personally. Before he comes down to Greensboro.
Oh man,
we're playing him for G-Ho.
Something, bro. You would, Dave. Let me ask you this: if we hit up Mike Minter, and he was like, yo.
Bro,
get us on the field.
I can't do that. I can't do it.
Yo, come on. Hold on. Let me finish my question, Mike. Let me finish my question, Dave. Hold on, let me finish my question. No, my bad. Let me finish my question. So we hit up Mike Minter, and we be like, yo, Mike, what's good, man? We trying to catch you at T. You know, we know you coming to homecoming, G-Ho, Aggie Pride, all that. And what if he hit you back and said, yo, I bet we're gonna have y'all have you come to the sideline, but hold on, we'll get you there, and you can get on-field passes and everything. But you gotta put on this camel gear, you gotta put on camel orange.
Not happening. Can't do it. Nope, can't do it.
Come on, Dave, but nope. you can have your Aggie Pride on under.
Nah, man. I can't be humping up in these streets, bro. Can't do it.
Pause, yo, pause.
Can't do it. Can't do it, man.
Shout out to Mike Minter, man.
Shout out to Mike Minter.
Yo, I might go out. Me and Mike might be chilling.
Can't do
it.
I'll call Earl first. I'll give the ADNA a call first. Can't do it.
I don't do that, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. But all right, man.
We've interviewed Mike. We've interviewed Mike Minter. We interviewed Mike Minter a few months back.
Yeah, Sean, we interviewed Mike. We got to update that. His Wi-Fi was trash last time we spoke to him. Maybe we can get an updated interview. I can reach back out to people and see what happens. Shout out to the Camels out here. Shout out to the Camels.
Is that the actual name of the camel, Gaylord? That's interesting if it is.
Let me see.
Let me tell you,
It is, dog.
That's interesting.
Origin of Gaylord the camel.
That's interesting.
The name. That's funny. The origins of the name came from people mispronouncing the name Campbell.
Oh,
Campbell, and naming it so their mascot the name was Campbell. That makes sense.
Okay.
I always wondered where mascot names come from. That makes sense.
Well, shout out to
they got a girl mascot. Her name is Gladys. Gaylord and Gladys.
Well, we just got the girl mascot at 125th, right? We had Agatha, right? Agatha.
Yeah, we got Agatha, man.
We got Agatha. It should be good, man. And Big South Media Day is tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure A&T is going to be predicted to win the conference, so we'll see. And then we'll head to the CAA football after that.
All right, Dave. Anything else we got to talk about? Because I'm about ready to shut this thing down, man.
That's the last quarterback battle.
That was it. The last one was the battle. We talked about some other battles. We talked about the RB2 battle and a couple other things, but
there ain't no RB2 battle. I already told you who it was gonna be. It's gonna be Foreman.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, I said it was gonna be a committee. So it was really no need for us to talk about a battle because I think all three of those guys are gonna get. They want to talk about Vince, dog.
Are we gonna talk about Vince?
Go ahead, because I'm getting ready to shut this thing down.
No. I dig it, man. I gotta watch Better Call Saul before I get back on the internet. So, dog, yo, I never thought in a million years I would see this man retire. Never. I would never thought in a million years I would have seen this man retire.
He getting up there, man, and all the
so
stuff.
What? That man said he was gonna die behind
all that stuff that came out, bro. Yeah, and once you go public, there's a whole different monster, no matter who you are. So he probably could have did that if WWE was private. As long as it was a private company, He was good, but as soon as they went public, it's different, yo.
You know, the moment I knew it was over, when I knew he probably might retire, when my man trotted out Titus O'Neil to try to defend Vince. When he trotted out Titus O'Neil, I knew it was over. I knew that was the moment that he might actually have to retire. But now it looks like Triple H is running creative again, so the brand might get better. That's gonna be dope.
Nah,
he's got talent.
That's fire.
Yeah, he's got talent relations, and he's gonna be the head of creative. So they're already getting rid of folks. So this is about to he's about to change this joint, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. To be honest with you, I might have to start recording.
They got to bring the attitude era back. That's about the only way.
They already changed Raw to TV 14.
Yeah, that ain't enough. What's next
after
that?
Huh?
What's next? What's after that?
Dog, that's what Raw was during the Attitude Era. TV 14.
Was it?
Yeah, it was TV 14. But I don't know if they can do that with SmackDown with it being on Fox, but we'll see. Because it's primetime television. But on USA, TV 14. But nah, man. So we'll see what happens with that. I just never thought I would see the day that he would actually do it. Because now it's Shane, it's Stephanie, Triple H, and Nick Khan, the Rock's childhood friend, running the show now, which is wild to think. No Shane. Shane's not gonna come back. Shane's done.
He's done.
So yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. And they were trying to figure out who the wrestler was that he paid off, but we ain't gonna do it. We're getting that. But all right, I think that's it. I'm looking forward to see what Triple H does, yo. I really am.
All right, I got to get out of here, man. It's been a long day for me. I sat at this table. I've been sitting at this desk since 6:30 with this class. So it's time for me to get my ass up and go to sleep. All right. So
is it just once a week?
Twice. Monday, Wednesday. Yeah. So that being said, yeah, exactly. That being said, man, I gotta get up out of here. I will see y'all on Wednesday going to training camp. I'll be live streaming out that mug starting on Wednesday. Hopefully I can grab some autographs. But make sure on the way out, y'all like, subscribe, notification bell, comment section, all that. We out. Peace.